All right, welcome Squad Ops Saturday night. This is Xbit. I'll be the voicing in your head until some more admin cams die and they can be give you a different point of view. But I'll be your overhead view tonight. We got a bunch of multi-cameras with the guys on the ground being streamed to you tonight. This is Operation Stampede. We streamed the operation earlier this afternoon. It was just no commentary, so it was just all the views, and it looks like INS is getting pretty close to doing the brief here.
Cool. Welcome to Operation Stampede with eliminating 2 of 3 enemy fobs at the friendly fob marks. The plan is as follows. We're gonna basically Squad 3 Pony Squad is gonna soften up the area with artillery, and Squads 1 and Squads 2 will assault the point, with Squad 4 supporting with SPGs and destroying enemy MRAPs. So it's going to be a basic. One sec, let me get these marks back up. Pony is going to move to mortar marks to start laying down fire. Chedish's Squad 1 is going to mount up in motorcycles, move to the AR mark, and stage. Squad 2 is taking techies and is going to move to village and wait for go, and Squad 4 will be moving with Tedish's squad to the east, ready to hunt down any MRAPs that get close. Are there any questions? Cool. Fire team leads, if squad leads go down, keep up the communication. We need to be really aggressive on this, guys. There's a lot of open ground we're going to have to be run through. Go ahead.
Are we attacking from the south or the north?
We're going to attack from the south.
Alright.
Basically, Pony's going to unload 2 rocket techies worth of missiles onto the point, and we're going to move while the rockets are still in the air. So when they're hitting,
all right, we're going to go check out the U.S. brief now and see what their plan is to defend.
That's the point of the joke.
Right,
you guys ready?
You've done this.
Hell yeah.
Oh god.
Y'all a bunch of racists.
Alright, let's get ready for the platoon brief.
No, we're just accepting the
Briefing.
America.
God is great.
Fuck yeah.
No shield, right there. Push him
Oh man. Mine has no ups.
You guys can get up on the Hescos.
Yeah, but
Hescos that's hardcore! That's hardcore!
Oh, command. You're hurt.
Hey, baby.
Turtle give. Turtle give.
Hey, dude. We have 2 old-time regs in our squad.
Leave me turtle give.
Alpha line.
Alright, listen up. So, we'll play it pretty simple. Well, I don't know about simple actually, but one will take a... One will hitch a ride with 2 in the transport. One will also take a Logi and go to Delta 6 fob. You guys get 1 Logi supply Logi dump. Set up defenses there. 3 will also take a Logi and a transport and go to Golf 4, keep at 6, and set up with the Logi dumps there. So after 2 drops off 1, they'll go to the middle, so right here, in Echo 5, set up there. And 4 will basically be in charge of the 2 MRAPs. They're going to go straight down south towards village, try to kind of sneak behind the enemy. They're going to feed all of our squads intel on where they're about to push hard, and then try to kill them from behind. And then if any of their vehicles are going back to resupply. Yep. Any questions? We're going to play it pretty adaptive, so if fire teams need to be sent out to, say, the central point, they'll have the least defense. We'll play that by ear, but We only have to protect 3 fobs, or yeah, 3 fobs, so it's a little bit better than 4. But be on your toes.
Are we
Any
planning on
questions?
setting up? Are we planning on setting up mortars?
Oh yes, we will have both of the mortars in Gulf War.
All right.
Yep. I'll probably go with them as well to kind of help their numbers up. All right. Okay, no questions. Go ahead, squad leads.
Hoorah.
Let's get ready.
Copy. We need an LED who has advanced weapons training and does not have a kit at the moment. Beyond.
All right, you guys got to hear both sides of the plan. Let's just go over this operation real quick. This is Operation Stampede. It's going to be the U.S. versus insurgents. The general idea is that both teams are basically rushing to checkpoints. There's 3 checkpoints scattered throughout the map, or not throughout the map. It's right along the river there, and the U.S. has to defend them, and the insurgents have to attack them. Just a couple rules in place. The U.S. has to have at least 1 squad at each checkpoint. They only get limited supplies to defend with, and they get 2 MRAPs. The INS gets every single vehicle on the map. They can also resupply their vehicles and repair them back at main, so they get 2 RD techies, which, you know, the rocket artillery, we seen use that in past events pretty well, so we'll see what happens this event. So they can rearm that, so they can just keep barraging away all they want. So, like the name says, Stampedes, it can be a race, or sometimes it's a waiting game. The INS may wait a little while, gather up all the vehicles, get everybody set, and then rush one at the point. But the idea is to rush a point, usually for the INS, is to overwhelm one of the checkpoints right away. Once the INS has killed off 2 of the 3 checkpoints, they can go ahead and exfil to the village area and then defend there. And then the U.S. is forced to come out of their checkpoints and then attack the INS in village. So we're about to go live here real quick. Once again, this is Squad Ops. We run one life events in the game of Squad. Go ahead and check us out at squadops.gg if you got any questions. And we are live. There are the insurgents heading out of their main right now. See a couple vehicles taking different directions. They got a different plan in place. Since one of the things in this operation is vehicle scrounge, it's something we call that. The INS can basically claim any vehicle on the map, so sometimes they will drive around the city a little bit. Like right here, they're dropping this guy off, and he's going to get a motorcycle. But we'll go ahead and follow the main convoy here and see where they're going.
Hey, what was our buddy set up for Bravo?
Alright, Bravo's gonna be chilling with me. Make sure you guys have your shovels out. We're gonna be doing a hasty defense.
Copy.
Now, the U.S. command and squad leaders don't know how quick the INS is going to hit them.
Yep.
Pretty much they can hit each other almost at the same time on all these checkpoints. So as a squad leader, once you arrive at your checkpoint, you only get a few seconds to make quick decisions as to where to put sandbags and get your defenses set up. Because the time before the INS can hit you is about 30 to 45 seconds. So it's a real nail biter for both teams if they decide to rush right off the bat.
Oh, can you guys drop
We
that
got
logic,
eyes
please?
on 2
Thanks.
disc attacky.
And it looks like the INS is getting close, really close.
Are you taking any fire?
Negative, no fire. Yeah, he's taking his hidden. Alright, copy that.
Hey, stay safe. Don't be so close.
Stand by. He's moving into position. You were a little bit quicker than we anticipated.
It's going to fly over the U.S. position here. This is one of the checkpoints they have to hold. There you go. Full transport of guys just got dropped off. In fact, there is already a fire team here holding. You can see they're already building up some defenses. This is probably the Logi truck. The INS objective is to take down the radio in here. Once they do, they can move on to the next one. Looks like the INS is going to set up in village. I think they're going to hit this checkpoint first, so we'll just keep an overview. Looks like more INS. The INS is the team outlined in blue. As we switch cameras tonight, you guys can check out who you're on. They're in the upper right-hand corner, and there's a flag behind their name that tells you what team they're on.
There's gonna be 2 volleys, right?
Techies are taking fair. Techies pull it. Don't even try and fight this. Let's move west.
Small arms.
Yep, go.
Fucking techies stage.
Be ready to move those. Pull along the south side of village.
Oh, it looks like the MRAPs are sweeping around these techies here in village.
Yeah, be MRAP south.
I'll scratch one MRAP. Let's see if they can get shots on the second one here.
It's being picked by their fucking discus. Second hit is dead.
Alright, scratch 2 MRAPs. Well, that's a devastating blow to the U.S. team. It's really the only mobile firepower they have. You can see the INS small arms here is cleaning up the remaining U.S. troops that dismounted.
Come into the west with this initial assault, and we'll use your SPGs to fire into windows. Clear them out.
Alright, Artie is on standby.
I'm coming to a village. I'm coming to a village right now, right? Yeah, come to village. Come to village.
Second techie, you're flat.
Looks like this is Moose all by himself down here now.
Start ranging in. We're good to go. Sounds get ready.
Sounds like the INS team's about to launch rockets.
Within like 2-3 seconds.
Alright, just give me the go while this barrage is going.
Copy. Go ahead and fire. Silas, you ready to move?
We're ready to move. On your mark. Engage. Dump it.
Alright, I hear rockets. I can see rockets. This is how well these do. If Pony's in charge of rockets, they're going to be accurate. I know that he ran the rockets for me in round 1. They're devastating.
We should have at least clipped it with that many rockets.
You can hear the SPG far off shooting rounds in too. You can see the INS swarming this compound. Oh, a motorcycle gang just showed up. Alright. Alright, now it's on INS to breach this compound. Get in there. See how these remaining 4 US do holding off the, looks like the entire INS team here. That 50 cal just made paste to that guy. You can see what they did with the 50 cals here. They put them in like a crossfire.
I can get one.
Anyway, comes through this little dead zone. They're paced. These 50 cals will light them up.
Phoenix USL now.
Oh, nade goes out. Oh man, that was devastating.
Christ.
Yep, that's right. They did. Silas is right. Half his squad is wiped from grenades. Let's see how this push here with the motorcycle gang does.
Squad 2 back up. What do you want?
Hey, put a frag rocket in that top window and clear the back left.
Better spot to get rid of that.
Right. Second floor.
Top window, second floor.
Clear. Wait, fuck. Hold on.
Hey, get away from it. Get away from it. He's gonna ice.
Hey, if you'll get clear.
Everyone back out.
Where's the HMG?
IED going off. Hey guys, set perimeter. Let's look outwards too. We don't want them coming around flanking us.
Side. Hey, we need people to still have security. We need to still have security to our east. There's still, like, the rest of the platoon.
This way.
Yep.
Keep this locked. Keep the doors locked. Use our guns right now.
No,
Your ID.
Yeah.
They have a radio here, right? Upstairs in that building? We have
Yo,
on
guys,
the radio.
guys, hold, keys, hold. There's an enemy HMG on the other side of this wall. Oh.
Contact us.
What?
That looked like southwest.
We gotta contact to our west-southwest. We need security out.
I hear it. Jesus Christ, I need a medic. Fucking medic's dead.
There's a blueberry north.
Yeah, he's pushing. Hang on.
BT, watch out. Where is that guy?
Where the
Where is
fuck?
that guy? Silas, I just got shot at too.
That was the last U.S. remaining at this checkpoint. Let's see what he can do.
Please tell me you're not dead, Han.
I'm here. I'm here.
Right here.
He's down. I need a medic. Yeah, I had no idea where that guy shot me from.
There's still one in there.
He's out.
Alright, looks like they cleared that compound off. You're on shadow right now.
They took out a techie.
Let's see what the INS's next move is. Which checkpoint are they going to hit next?
How's it going in there?
I'm going to fly over and take a look here.
We're finally making some progress on the inside.
This is one of the U.S. checkpoints here.
Copy. Everybody, let's get this.
And the last checkpoint is on the far east here.
Where's our next objective? Our next one, we're gonna assault the one on the east. Let's get this fob down.
So INS only needs to take out one more fob, and then they can exfil.
Hey Ryan, can I get you to come back here and join me? We'll cover our flank back here.
Where you at?
To your north, in that compound. Next compound over.
I don't know where.
That way they can't get onto the walls.
I don't know where they took a shot from, but they had one on me pretty accurate.
Where is he? Reach you outside of the main compound?
Yeah, I'm back here.
Alright, things have gotten pretty silent on Hall 1. Squad 1, you got a Blueberry coming to you for medic. His squad got wiped.
You want to stop a preliminary artillery barrage now?
Alright, well it looks like US has got a fire team set up in the vehicle checkpoint here. I've got another fire team set up in this building here. So I'm not sure yet what the INS plan is. I know they're going north, but I don't know if they're going to hit this compound or the one on the far east. If they hit the one on the far east, it looks like it got supplied with one of the two Logi trucks that the US gets initially, which could go bad for them. But it looks like the US has orientated their HMG here to the south. So they also have a mortar set up here.
I love it. Han, out.
We'll see what Shadow does here, what the plan is.
It's like fucking Mad Max, dude.
That's exactly what it's like.
Alright, give me the go call on this artillery, and I'm bumped just for standing by.
We're about a minute and a half out.
Copy. Just make the call.
Command, ready on for you.
Actually, I'll launch it once you get to Foxtrot 4 keypad
Shift
9.
more north.
Are you gonna
Yeah, I'm
stage
not
and
sure
then
I'm
attack, or are
going.
you just gonna attack?
We're gonna stage and then attack. I want to come in from more from the north than we do from the west.
Alright, then we'll hold fire.
Start pulling north, guys. Alright, this is as good a spot as any. Everybody start curving west, pony start bombarding. West, pony start bombarding. Nobody stop. Keep moving.
Dump, 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 dump.
Start turning to southwest. Get ready to move.
Alright, same plan as last time. Launching rockets, suppress them in the compound, and then hit them with everything you got.
Oh no, I'm dead!
Looks like the rockets got at least one US soldiers down.
Everybody chill. Everybody get in here. Oh yeah, we're coming. Pony, yeah, Pony, get in here.
Medic!
We need to get in here. We need to get in here.
Okay, smoke it first.
Yeah, it's a good call. Do we have a frag? Frag! Another frag! Another frag!
Thank you.
Pony train from the west.
Hold on, we want to try and hit him from the west.
Oh, I heard them fire right here.
Copy, yeah, do it. ID right there.
Okay.
Should I move the rocket techie?
Yeah, move the rocket techie.
Yeah, get away.
That's definitely one way to reach, is to put the IEDs outside. Well, the INS is getting really effective here. They've got pretty much everything clear except for 3 US that are held up inside.
Someone go in front of me.
Alright, window up there.
I ID this, so there should be anyone.
Copy.
Watch for frags.
One dead.
Last,
Clear.
See the radio?
Yeah, middle building, middle building.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
When you peek.
Northwest, northwest.
Right here,
Right on Davis Station.
Here's the last US guy. He's held up in this little corner back here.
We're clear.
Nope, we're not!
Yo, as soon as this is done, guys, we're pulling out. Everybody, you're finding a techie with ammo, and you're moving to village, okay? As soon as this is done.
Push.
Doesn't matter, we're all together on this one now. No more squads, nothing. We're about the size of a squad. Alright, everybody, let's get out of here. Everybody go find a techie. Watch.
All right, the INS have cleared the second checkpoint. So, kudos to them, but now they have to exfil the village. So, you hear Shadow there telling everybody to load up, get out of there. Let's get over to the village. Because now the INS can defend, and it's on the U.S. to attack them.
We need to deny them the village.
So guys, just whichever team wipes each other first.
Baited them, there's gonna be a big advantage.
Dismount them.
Shit,
I'm gonna move a foot from here.
left behind.
They're just handling it themselves.
Oh, this is scary.
Yeah, there still might be guys here.
All right, you can see the remaining squad here that was left on the middle checkpoint is starting to pull back.
Back north, crossing over. Yeah, he's coming right at us.
They might be able to ambush this techie crossing.
We should try to get kneeled.
Going.
Are they on the northeast?
Yes.
All vehicles just pull out, get to village.
See, that worked out for the U.S. They basically stopped 4 guys there. INS lost to Dishka in a little exchange. Let's take a look at village to see how things are going over here. Looks like U.S. has been able to make it into the village area, but INS is beating them. Their vehicles are here already.
Wait, so have we lost all
I think they might have bailed out of it.
They had no gunner. They had no gunner.
Two people that are still left in my squad are up by the techie. It's a scout who already uses what's his face, and we also got a regular rifle.
We need the rest of these guys to get here. Alright, let's find a building, harden up in.
Want me to pull those guys back from back north, or?
Those 2 guys over there, XF and Never Skip Leg Day, leave them out there.
Yeah.
But I need the rest.
Alright.
I need the other 2. You got 2 that are running for like a motorcycle, looks like, and the 2 in the SPG techie that's out of ammo.
Yep. Tell Shadowed I'm watching the river right now. Let me watching it. I can see all the way up to the most western checkpoint.
How much ammo do you have?
3 boxes.
Alright, so do you want...
Alright, a little U.S. fire team is here in the field. They can hear the insurgents roll up in the techies. I'm sure they're trying to devise a plan right now.
Smith, tell Forrest to get out of vehicle. We can't use a vehicle in checkpoints.
Yeah, I know.
Lay low.
Alright. There's the few, they're scattered.
They're kind of
We can hit
exposed
them
here if
hard.
they open fire anyways.
Remember to use
Multiple
nades.
bikes passing right now.
Nice,
I spotted a
Yep, I
large
see it.
truck.
Yep.
He's now
Oh,
down
there's
to
the rest of the U.S. reinforcements. It looks like they loaded up. Same thing. About a fire team size element stuck in a field. We'll see if these two guys, these two teams can work together.
That Logi truck.
We might have a chance to be able to
is-
clear off the INS. The INS doesn't have many bodies left.
He's Echo 7, Sub 4, Micro 7.
Eyes on enemies across the street from the techie, right across. Thank you, sir.
Getting pretty close over here. Let's take a look at see how the INS is set up.
East of us. Nobody even has this comms.
One up from up there.
Or south. Watch the south door. He's about to breach south door. You're on the southwest wall? Okay.
Frag out.
Got one.
I'm up.
Got one.
There's another one from that same side.
I got him. We got 4 moving up in the west.
Let's sit tight, and let's wait for 5 to catch up with us.
Get some stamina and then I'll be on.
Orb 1 Techie.
Yeah.
I think these are the guys that XF spotted. You can see him in the distance from moving the techie. Now he's taking M4 fire from distance. One advantage the U.S. has is the range in which they can engage with small arms. It's all the cover that these guys needed to get out of the open here. Looks like XF may have actually been shot and killed. Nope. Well, he's still alive. Oh, wow. He's just playing it low. You can hear those M4s pinging off the truck. It's the S-Klein over there. Riddling the techie with some small arms. Let's take a look at this compound that we left. See if these guys here, this is the U.S. I guess they're going to wait for their buddies to arrive to help them out.
Do you know what that Joe's doing?
Wow, he got somebody. Somebody was looking out the door. Got served with an eviction notice.
Where are you?
Well, it's on the U.S. to clear out the
Look at
village,
my way
so
now.
eventually they're going to have to move across the street and clear that compound.
Where directly is that enemy techie at?
I got it marked smoke. From our position 23, 22. No, he's not. He's proceeding to move down east. He hasn't crossed the bridge yet. Alright, now he's crossed the bridge, he's moving to our location.
See, just 1 second.
Alright, looks like the US is finally starting to move out of that compound.
Alright, hold comms.
Where's like 10 of us left?
Went ahead and rendezvoused with a couple other US troops here, so now they've got, looks like, 6 guys to work with. The INS has 2 in that compound and 2 in the far compound, with XF still on that dish Kentucky driving around someplace. See how the US does here. Well, I guess XF found them. He's doing pretty good. Oh, I guess that.
Oh, he's gotta help, gotta help.
Took out XF finally.
Gotta help, what are you guys doing? Come on, get out there.
The US is now pinned in another compound, it looks like.
I have a GL in the second spot.
Oh, some pretty accurate fire there for the AK. Takes out another US soldier. The US is down to 5 now, it looks like.
Stairs.
Okay, took some shots at Tech. He's not shooting back. So I'm not sure if it's
Yeah, coming.
infantry or
No, that's him shooting where you were.
Yep.
Alright, toss one over before we clear. Once it goes off, I'm pushing in. Try to get a trade if you can.
Oh.
Just toss it
there.
over the wall.
Go, go, go.
One down.
That was not a bad breach by the US. They got both of them.
Yeah, I think we're clear here.
Try and get. Yeah, try and.
Now two INS are left in another compound out here. US still has those original, well, the remaining 5 to work with, so they might be able to get this one if they do another good breach like that. That's a pretty good teamwork. One guy goes left, one guy goes right.
Should I run across
Clear
the road
corners.
to get you guys?
Alright.
Opened up with a HE because they knew that the compound was occupied, so textbook breach.
Where are you guys at?
Alright, pushing in.
Sorry,
Guys
team
seeing
for
anything?
squad member join.
Just hold still for a moment. I'm gonna try and listen for anything. Alright, let's keep going.
What's flying?
Alright, clearing this building.
I wonder if Leon is taking it. Because we heard the big girl. He might have been pressing the boy. And Techie. That's it.
Yeah, the techie dude, he'll have to come back in anyway, so it doesn't matter what he's doing.
Imagine if it's the last one.
Imagine if last one.
Alright, just heard the INS
Alright, if I go down, make
tell
sure to push
themselves
hard
that they
and
hear
get that
footsteps
trade
and
right
they know
away.
they're close.
Yeah.
Alright, anybody have frags? Ryan, you got one?
I think I have a one left.
Alright, I want you to toss one over
I
the
was
left
mistaken,
side.
there's 3 INS in here. This Atomic Peach over here has heard the
I'm not good at
footsteps.
throwing grenades.
Just toss it right over this left side here.
One in it.
Go, go, go. Push, push, push.
Alive.
Still alive. Zen down, Zen down.
I think this is the
killed that
last
guy?
US guy here.
I killed one, not the other.
I killed one.
Alright, he's gonna flank to north door.
Copy. Are you watching North Door?
I am.
Copy. Watching South Door. He threw an aid so I could run away. That's why I couldn't kill him.
Oh, I've seemed to lost him. He ran away so quickly. Using that US stealth technology that they have. Oh, there's 3 guys up. I had a hard time finding the red highlights tonight. Alright, so the 3 US left, 2 INS left. They know what compound they're in. Well, hopefully they do. I don't know if anybody else has noticed it, but it's almost like the same clearing the US did on that same compound.
Yeah, somebody just came up behind me. So weird being the last two alive.
I absolutely hate it.
Yeah. And especially when you can't hear the enemies and you know they're gonna come though. You know it.
Is the US gonna try to crawl through this opening? It's a real good fatal funnel, man.
I reckon they are in here.
Let's find
hear 'em.
entrance, get it.
Your door, your door. Watch your door. He's gonna come through. He's running. Did you see him?
Negative.
He was behind me the whole entire time, just not moving.
Miss.
Whoa, no way.
Where were those shots? Were they in?
You get him?
Knocked in him.
Did you kill him though? No, Jill.
That was a terrible miss. No.
Did you kill him?
I don't know.
Well, they tagged each other.
He's bandaging, I'm bandaging.
Well, I guess if you get tired of waiting for them, you could go self-clear at the outside of a compound.
Watch behind us, wait, that's ACL.
So just Atomic Peaches left now, all alone. This GL has another HE. He might be able to lob it in there pretty good. So let's watch Atomic Peach over his shoulder and see what he sees through this doorway.
I see one far in the back.
There you go. Put that 203 to work. All right, that was round one, guys. Awesome. Stampede, Operation Stampede there.
Well, I was fucked.
So round two's coming up soon. We're ready to get it.
You did well.
And
Shut up. Oh wait, thank you.
see how the commands flip sides and how they
That was the closest I've ever seen
this time.
What you were supposed to do in that situation.
Those just joining us, this is Squad Ops. We run one life events in the game of Squad.
I got 4.
We have different operations every Wednesday and
somebody kill
Saturday.
Muff with it. It was beautiful.
So the guys in here all came on board. They adhered to some rules and make the one life operations a success. They got some rules like we get often asked about optics. We don't allow optics in the game. It's kind of unbalancing. Also, medics can heal, but they can't revive. So as soon as you're shot down, dead on the ground, you are done for the round. So you're out. But you can pop into admin cam like I was, just flying around, so you can see how you got shot, how your buddies are doing in the squad you just left. But you can't talk. You can't communicate at all. So it gives the guys on the ground kind of a real thrill in that first-person shooter kind of sense. So we're going to come back for round 2. Hang out. We'll be right back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out to SOTT Basic. I'm your instructor today, Hammering Hutch. You guys can simply just call me Hutch. When we are suppressing an enemy target, the whole intent of this is to keep the enemy's head down so an adjacent unit can maneuver onto them. During this process, we have a thing that happens automatically and organically, whether it be with buddy teams or fire teams. The whole intent is to ensure there's no lull in the gunfire, thus talking guns. Open fire. Contact front. Alpha, bound. I'm up. He sees me. I'm down. Bravo, bound. I'm up. He sees me. I'm down. All right, Bravo set. Alpha, up. He sees me. I'm down. You're now in what is known as a file. You're now in what is known as a staggered column, and usually used when on patrol or when moving from one location to another where contact is imminent. And these are a few of the basic formations that we use during squad ops. The SOTT Advanced Weapons Systems course was created to ensure Squad Ops participants share the same knowledge and understanding of the use and applications of mission-specific weapons and the basic tactics involved in their deployment. The Automatic Rifleman. The Automatic Rifleman is the foundation of a fire team and/or squad. The job of the Automatic Rifleman is to deliver a high volume of prolonged, effective suppressing fire on enemy positions to allow the maneuver of friendly units during offensive operations and the repelling of enemy attacks in defensive operations. The Grenadier, a key member of the fire team and squad. The Grenadier is first and foremost a rifleman who is capable of delivering accurate fire of both high explosive and smoke rounds on point and area targets at varying distances. One of the other added benefits of the Grenadier is to engage dead space, which is essentially an area that cannot be hit by direct fires. The Light Anti-Tank Gunner. Soldiers carrying light anti-tank weapons are, just as Grenadiers, riflemen first. They are the ideal infantry-based counter to both lightly armored and thin-skinned vehicles. At short, medium, and far distances, the rockets fired are a viable weapon against groups of infantry as well. The SOTT Advanced Weapons Systems course, although not a requirement, is highly encouraged for Squad Ops participants to join to expand their knowledge of how to utilize the tools that are given to us within Squad.
All right, guys, we're back. Squad Ops, Saturday night, round 2, Operation Stampede. I am excited to see what happens in round 2. Maybe we'll see some V-bids. Maybe we'll see some close rockets. Maybe we'll get to see that U.S. mortar get into action. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So anybody's joining us, yeah, this is Squad Ops. We have a website, squadops.gg. If you're looking to join us in the events, you can get on there, join our Discord. We have a README in there and people in Discord that can answer questions. All we require is that you take our SOTT Basic, which is about a 1-hour class that's held on Thursdays and some Saturdays. And the purpose of Basic is so that everybody who joins the operations has a basic understanding of how to work as a team within the operation, so that when your squad leader is shouting orders, you're not doing the wrong thing and then getting yourself and or your squad killed. So once you complete that, you can go ahead and sign up on the calendar. And the first operation of every month on Wednesdays is an open op. So you don't even have to take basic for those. So if you just wanted to check it out or don't have the time to take basic, check out that Wednesday night op, first of the month. The month of December isn't up on the calendar yet, but watch it. It's going to be coming up, I'm sure, in the next couple of days. I think there's some new events planned for the month of December too. So one and done's just like we did in October. So be sure to check that out. And if you can't join in, just join us here. We'll be streaming the Wednesdays and Saturday nights. So I'm getting some questions here from Payne. Can real life vets get exempt from basic? No. I'm a vet. I had to take basic and then I had to teach it. So unfortunately, no. One of the reasons we do that is because we have vets from all sorts of different branches in different countries. So for instance, like the U.S. Marine might be calling something differently than, say, an Australian U.S. Army guy, or not, an Australian Army might be calling something different than a Marine. So we try to gather it all into one thing and make it real basic so that even people without any military experience or background can join the ops and everybody can congeal and then come together as a team on the field. So it's one of those things. There's also some tweaks that we did for the game of squad itself that, don't translate to real life. So there's things that we just totally done away with and some things that we've added. After basic, if you're still interested in taking SOTT courses, we offer AWS, which stands for Advanced Weapon Systems. We go over the GL, rocket launchers, heavy machine guns, the AR, and we'll put that all together so that you guys can take that into the operations and use those weapon systems a little bit better. It also works for vanilla play too. So if you're just like want to get a little bit better at the GL and don't want to watch videos online endlessly, just join AWS. We also offer vehicle training, which is a basic convoy security and the gunner driver relationship and vehicle commander type stuff. So we teach all that so that in these operations, you see these guys going out in convoys and most of them have taken the vehicle training so that at least the driver and or the gunner has some kind of idea how to interoperate with each other so that they can effectively deliver firepower on targets. We also now, I'm just hearing that the U.S. is about to do their platoon brief, so we're going to cut away to that and let you hear what their plan is.
Yeah, everyone watched what Sebas did that round? Learn from that.
Learn from that.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Next time, run around other entrances to the compound and flank them.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a good round. Good job last round, everybody.
Don't do what Sebas does.
Cool. Alright, give me comms. Who's in that vehicle over there?
That's
Somebody-
Remy. He had to go AFK momentarily. He
Wow.
thought they were using those vehicles for exfil.
Okay. Cool. Alright, so we are now tasked with holding 3 positions marked on the map with friendly fob markers. The plan is as follows. Squad 1, Tedish's squad, is going to be in charge of the MRAPs and point 2, which is we're going left to right, 1, 2, 3, west to east. Pony squad is going to be in charge of holding point 2 with supplies. Silas's squad is going point 1, the far west point, no supplies. Squad 4 is going point 2 with supplies. And basically we're going to hold these points. Silas's squad is going to be the QRFs. They're going to be the guys who are going to get loaded up into MRAPs and moved if need be. But if they get attacked first, we're sort of going to let it go pretty easy while we give everybody a chance to harden up on their objectives. Use all your points, sandbags, and shit everywhere.
You just said Silas's squad was in the MRAPs as a QRF?
No, they'll be
Can we use
loading up
vehicles
in
to
the
block entrances?
MRAPs if you need them. Because most of your guys who aren't on
Use
on
vehicles
MRAPs
to
are,
block entrances.
on point 2.
Absolutely not. You can never block any entrances under any
Yeah,
circumstances.
because that was kind of a dick move last time.
Yeah, but alright.
You can partially block. You have to be able to walk through the entrance unopposed. No jumping, no crawling.
Yeah.
Copy.
Cool. Any other questions?
No.
I got a question.
What's up?
Are you allowed to sandbag the entrance?
No.
Nope.
You can't block entrances.
Cool. Alright, squad leads, break them up, get them loaded up, and we'll go off the left.
Can you block an entrance with a vehicle? You can't block entrances. Can you block an entrance with a sandbag?
All right, well, you just heard the U.S. plan there. INS is still kind of going over with their leadership as to what to do. INS plan is a little bit more involved because the INS has to attack and pick which checkpoint to attack. The U.S. just has to simply sit there, defend it, in front of the INS thing. So let's take an overview of the operation itself for those of you who are joining us for round 2. This is Operation Stampede. The U.S. gets 2 AR, 1 GL, 1 LAT, and 1 medic per squad. They also get 2 MRAPs, the open top 50, and 2 Logis and 2 Trans. They have to lay down 3 FOBs in the different checkpoints. You'll see that coming up here on the map. And on those, they can put as many HMGs and mortars as they can, but they only get 1 Logi dump, so basically 2,000 build points, and that's it. The INS get 2 AR, 2 LAT, 1 Scout, and 1 Medic per squad, and they can scrounge whatever vehicle they can on this layer, which is a lot. I think there's 11 total techies, another 10 motorcycles. And in there, they get 2 SPG techies and 2 rocket artillery techies. So hopefully we'll get to see some more rocket artillery and see if they get any hits. And yeah, so this operation, the INS has to basically take out 2 of those 3 checkpoints by eliminating the FOB radio in those checkpoints. Once they do, then they can head to village and defend. And then the U.S. has to become the attacker and clear them out of village. So typically the typical kind of strategy on this is the INS overwhelms one of the checkpoints right off the bat, and then either reorganizes afterwards and then tries to overwhelm a second checkpoint, or does something sneaky, as you know, depending on how they play it. So we'll see how the INS handles it. Sometimes we see V-bids roll in on motorcycles and vehicles to help destroy some of the defenses the U.S. has set up. And it looks like the squad leaders are starting to come in. Well, you should be able to hear the INS plan here. I'm real curious to how this is going to go for Demind. I should actually go over the commands real quick. So on the INS tonight, Demind is commanding, and he's got CG Fu, Delsrun, Smith, and for the US, we have Shadowed Ritual as command, Silas, Tedish, Best Pony, and Keys. And it sounds like Burns is also a squad lead on INS. All right, here we go.
All right, let's get started. So, I'm not going to give you guys a tilt brief, but basically, we're all going to village. Squad 4 is going to be distraction element near refinery. 1, 2, and 3 is going to village. 2 and 3 is going to veer off to the north. 1's going to stand by at village, and then you guys are going to do a pins attack on Delta 6. At the same time, 4 is going to feed us intel on if Echo 5 or Golf 4 is very heavily occupied. Depending on that, we might go to a certain next fob, but for now we're going to do Echo 5 after we take out that Delta 6 fob. Okay, so basically we're going to, again, primary element of this plan is 4 is going to be the distraction. Going to take 2 red techies, make a lot of noise. One thing I do want to reiterate, and I'm sure your squads will too, leaders will too, but watch your combat spacing. If I see anyone die from, or 2 people or more die from 1 frag, I would be very, very disappointed. So, but besides that, nice work guys last round. You guys did awesome, so let's win again.
That GL though.
Yeah, that was a good GL.
Nice medic. You guys ready?
That was a good GL.
DC. I missed the GL.
All right. Let's go.
Yallahu Akbar.
All right, simple enough plan for the INS. Basically, swarm one compound, get in it, and get out. Yeah, I was right. Burns is squad leading 1. Smith is squad leading in squad 2. CG Foo's got squad 3. Delzrun's got squad 4. And Demine is commanding the INS tonight. Now, the US, we've got Tedish in squad 1, Best Pony in squad 2, Silas in squad 3, Keys in squad 4, and Shadow Ritual is commanding the US for this round.
Affirm, 2 motorcycles over at gas station.
And you taking the SPG?
Really? Wait, what happened?
INS is going to line up their vehicles here, sort out who's riding with who.
You should do an
And part of the vehicle scrounge is that they can take these vehicles and pick up other vehicles. If anybody's familiar with Al Basra, you know there's motorcycles all over the place in here. And at Mosque, there's a few vehicles also they can go to. So they can scrounge up another SPG, another rocket arty, and a logistics truck. It's seen sometimes they put IEDs on the logistics truck because they're kind of a disposable asset, and just run them right into a compound and then explode them. And it makes the US day very bad.
Shit, we don't have enough room for everything.
You can go to Mosque and grab those vehicles as well.
Yeah, Mark can go hop over into Moose's vehicles.
Wait a minute.
Rico, hop on gun.
Yeah, roger.
A maximum 2 minutes before the rush.
2, 1, go.
All right, we're live now.
Uh-oh, we're full. Hop in, Juicy. Hop in, Juicy. I got you, but you're going.
You know, that's what happens. Sometimes you got to run them over.
You can take a right up here. This left.
Alright, we're supposed to unload. Alright, do you want us down in the southern area of the fob?
Yeah, fly over and see where the US is stashed their MRAPs. It could be really bad if INS decides to run into village. Because sometimes the US will actually push their MRAPs into village to get on the south side of the river.
Want me to head down there too?
Yeah, everybody in the squad come down here if you're not on those MRAPs.
Let's take a look. Those joining us maybe didn't see the map, but this is one of the checkpoints the INS can take out. Second checkpoint is coming up. You see MRAP there moving between the two. Oh, they've hidden one here in the ruins. That's unique. They can also station some guys in vehicle checkpoint, but the actual fob is placed over here, or will be soon. And then the last checkpoint is on the far east over there. We saw that in round 1. That was this last checkpoint they had to take.
SPG's south more. They'll see you from gas station.
That's the last checkpoint. And let me re-highlight. Oh, this is interesting. The US decided to kind of take an outside approach here and put a 50 cal right on the road. Nice. Yeah, so a whiskey, it's not me, it's Penn.
Like we're not
Penn's staff member here, part of our community. He has
I'm
the
waiting, and I'm
supercomputer.
gonna
I
drop
think he
another
takes over
HMG.
part
I'm not
of
even going for
NORAD's
sandbag wire.
processing power for these streams, and he works his magic on it. And then he puts it all together.
Yeah,
you guys are watching, he'll switch cams. It'll give you a first-person view. You can change names in the upper right-hand corner. They got a flag behind them that tells you what team you're following and who you're following. We're not using any of the new mods yet. We are still working with those. Just like everything we do, we try to perfect it, get it good quality before we release something. But it is coming. I think some testing is going to take place next week.
As soon as that part of the plan was set, I knew that they were going to...
Looks like the INS is starting to dismount here in Village. Get set up before they do a rush on whatever compound they're choosing. They're probably going to choose the same one as last time.
Squad 1, if you want, the rocket arty is in Village. If you want to use that in preparation for our attack on that objective, that might be wise.
Yeah, not yet, Merrick. I know that we're testing them internally right now. I think we're going to have a test go on either Monday or Tuesday of next week.
Alright, Squad 2, are you ready?
We're on foot, we're ready.
So just like round 1, the same compound is probably going to get hit again here in round 2.
4, don't push out far north. Just remember, you want to be kind of far away.
And I think the MRAPs are still hidden over here in the ruins.
I assume we're on foot. Vehicles.
Nope, looks like the MRAPs are patrolling between the different checkpoints.
And then you're gonna hit from the north side.
Security, this is...
I have a big gun.
Oh my gosh. Did they listen to the briefing?
No.
Looks like these 2 techies took some HMG fire from that HMG we saw set up there on the road.
Near the silo.
There's a distraction, techies. They're gonna hit us from the north.
Okay,
it's Forbes supplied fob.
Yep.
Oh, so each... Okay, so yeah, you get 4 MGs and 2 mortars. Keys, go crazy.
Copy. I moved the lodge to the funnel.
I got techies going off the...
how do you want to run
Or no, they're staging before it. All right, move those MRAPs direct east,
I still think the
and
main assault's coming from the north.
Yeah, how many techies do we see going to the north?
actually they're kind of coming to us. Tech, MRAPs, watch your southeast.
I didn't see my guys. 2 of my guys called it.
Do you want us to move?
Alpha, shift east. We'll watch that bridge. South of 2.
Hey, what's the contact? Who's firing?
We got contact.
I'm fully secured.
So.
If I see this, he's a crossover.
If they try and cross this bridge, they're gonna
it's a fire team to the south on it.
Looks like the INS plan here is to do a little distraction while they maneuver around. This techie's putting fire onto that flag, and this one was distracting that one off here. The center checkpoint.
Yeah, I'm getting HMG.
Taking shot. Get off.
Just get in, let's reload.
Pull.
See, the INS team, it looks like it's moving some vehicles to the north of the river now.
Alright, 2 and 3, go ahead, move out.
Let's check out what's in this convoy they got going on here.
Guys! Alright guys, we lead. We're gonna diverge.
It's a fucking generation.
What's up, boys? Crew.
What's going on?
What's going on, Dad?
What's up?
That's almost as soon as my part jump. Is that FX?
Yeah, it's...
I had
Okay, FX, your lead techie. We're crossing the bridge in Delta 6, keypad.
Oh, good.
6-3.
Thanks.
Directly north of the compound, okay?
Well, we'll be
Let's
fine.
go, baby! Let's go, baby!
Go.
Woo!
Go.
And for the most part, we're good.
Copy, follow.
We need that Humvee song.
Is that bullets coming our way? Are we already getting shot at?
Oh, we got enemy
Yep.
MRAP east. Cut it hard south if you can.
Eyes.
Don't shoot.
I don't like this man, but it's gonna work.
I'm sorry! I didn't mean to spit out.
Great turn. Oh, that was awesome. Oh, nice work. Yeah, it was awesome. Here we go.
Look, the other ones did it too.
Oh, nice work. Yeah, it was awesome the first time. This is the third.
Oh shit.
There's one on that corner.
Alright, the INS is landed. Well, so as much as they can.
Throw an aid, I'll lead with gun.
Don't group up, don't group up.
Copy that. Sphinx, you're gonna be taking over if I go down.
Copy.
I'm storming. Enemies are located in the southwest corners.
If you go down, are we still pushing?
Negative. Blue and green are gonna be situated with SPGs watching for MRAP. Ghost and Shadow are also situated watching it.
Recoverable. Copy.
Copy, stand by.
Well, that looks like a successful compound clearing there. Hearing a lot of small arms fire, but I'm sure it's... Yep, here we go. Looks like the Dishkas are exchanging with the other compound here.
We breached the compound.
One's
Killed
lost
many
one.
enemies. We're trying to figure out what's going on.
Taking fire from the VCP also.
One is one man down. Still all vehicles up.
Squad 3 led the assault.
Yeah, we're gonna take a lot right here.
Rotate us over the northwest of MRAP 2. Yeah, I know.
Far from the north.
No,
Taking far from the north.
Copy.
Jeez.
Hey, Mr. Hughes.
Yo, is squad leader good?
Out to visit you.
Oh.
Not anymore.
We're out there. They're all over the roofs.
Well, there's one of the MRAPs they're looking for. It's on the north side of the river. There's the second one.
I took out one technical and one SPG.
Alright, Ghost is completely down.
2 enemy MRAPs.
This is where the INSs need to get out of there before they get boxed into a compound with these MRAPs.
Alright, we just get them unstuck, get them unstuck.
Smith is done
You
now.
gotta
We
head all the
need
way
to-
over, push to the
what is
west,
the
and
situation?
get the Blues SPG unstuck.
Just secure the compound.
Currently, I'm the only
It should be fine then. If you have those MRAPs covering your west, it's going to be insanely bad for them.
It looks like they're moving off.
Yeah, Echo 5-5 is where they're at. MRAPs.
I believe the radio is down
Copy
here.
that. That's 2 MRAPs there, and then what status?
Just push me from behind.
You got eyes on that thing?
Let me know status.
Okay.
It sounds like the INS is sorting out their equipment, what they have left. Trying to get an idea which one to hit next.
Copy. Okay, G.
Blue and green, until I get situated with you guys, you're going to be attached to those techies. I don't want you guys to leave them. Space out a little bit in case they mortar.
Roger that. Yeah, the next two are going to be at Echo 5 and Gamma 4.
Go 4.
Yeah, either work. You know, it's D.
I like Gamma, to be honest.
I see him moving.
Most of my vehicles were destroyed in the assault. Can we hit your ride?
Hop a ride on those SPGs.
Back to the south. You're getting too close to enemies. You guys are blue.
Yep.
Alright.
Clear. You're clear.
Alright, looks like the INS is gonna start mounting up here. Yeah, they do. The US does get a mortar. They can set it up in one of the two of the checkpoints. But I think the US overran one of the checkpoints which they set up their Logi in. They do have a mortar set up in the far east checkpoint.
Hey, we've got guys in the half the structure.
Yep. Surprised that they're not using it actually. Because the INS has been bogged down in this compound for a while. They could have at least put 9 rounds in here and scared the INS a little bit. Maybe got some damage on a vehicle or a couple personnel.
Right, just keep on for that Echo 5.
Alright.
Someone come out and come on. Get on.
I'm glad. Should Vlad really be scouting? Or should we get it right?
Yeah, we got speak on
You're shooting at the far back.
So hard. I can't tell.
He's low on aim. He'll resupply.
Actually, is it exactly
It's
27
on the right.
degrees? Ooh, it is. Ooh, man, they're all fancy.
Alright, I need, so if I say, like, we're going, I need all of you to this transport in less than 15
So right now you're all
seconds.
just gonna
Copy?
take as many as you can with you.
No problem.
I like
Be ready to leave, because we might have to leave here in a second, and we're gonna fucking YOLO this shit straight up their throat and save 4.
Are we gonna go south or north?
Techies pushed
South.
off. They still have infantry at the old point.
2 or 3 guys walking around out there. Make that like 4.
Copy.
Alright, rocket techies are staging south of the checkpoint. Rocket techies, south of checkpoint.
Copy.
Artillery, that is.
Like 156 from my position. There's 2 Connex crates. They're behind one of those.
Incoming.
Sure.
I'm gonna put it at Foxtrot 7, Key 7.
Any corrections?
I think those were long.
2 out.
Hey, enemy MRAPs Delta 5. Hey, enemy MRAPs Delta 562.
A little bit more north, copy. Delta 562.
2 out.
They're walking down on us.
Are they assaulting you with infantry yet? Is the
Someone's
infantry
adjusting fire.
pushing up, or is it just rockets?
It's just rockets for now. They still have infantry to our west.
Copy. He's on the move right now. He...
Squad lead. Oh shit.
Are they starting their assault?
I was gonna say, we push back or no?
Alright, looks like the INS is kind of regathering your forces. One of the special things in this op, which we don't allow in most ops, is that the INS can actually head back to main and rearm the vehicles. And part of that is also repairing them, of course, because you're standing next to the vehicle repair. So, looks like some of the INS are doing that, and some of the INS are still harassing the U.S. positions.
While we're moving.
Yeah, Whiskey, you bring up a good point about the force multiplier. I don't understand why the U.S. didn't go ahead and order in support of that defense. And then they had the MRAPs on the outside. It would have been pretty devastating for the INS.
Hit on enemy,
It's something I did in round 1. I had my my rocket artillery actually bombard the compound with the infantry in it. My own troops. They sought cover and was able to suppress the outside contact a little bit.
They might start staging on you guys.
Alright, looks like the INS rushes on. They're hitting the vehicle checkpoint.
We're getting hit real hard right now.
They're on us. Copy.
They're on top of us.
This, of course, isn't where it's located. It's located up here is where they need to go.
They're pushing it.
Oh, those MRAPs are just tearing the INS up here.
Get some up on the guard tower.
Careful, don't.
Squad lead still up.
There we go.
I need a backup.
I've got frag rounds.
Shook, bring it over here. Shook, over here.
On your south, or are they?
They're on the south, yep, and the east, and probably on the north too. Yeah, they're all over.
Enemy MRAPs in approximately Echo 5 keypad 1 or Delta 4 keypad 3. It is engaging the north side of the compound. 4 keypad 3. It is engaging the north side of the compound. Do not come
Echo
to the
5
north
Q1
side.
cap.
I need a sit rep.
There's also enemy infantry in Echo 5 keypad
Alright, looks like Tedish here is the lone U.S. squad leader left in vehicle checkpoint.
Get these techies swung around. Techies swung around closer.
Where is that?
Right here in the corner. Right here in the corner.
And that's me.
Oh, that nade got him. That was a really good nade. It actually ended up underneath the little ramp into the Huska fortification here. Was able to clip Tedish enough to get him. Well, INS is taking over the vehicle checkpoint, but the actual location they need to go is up here.
Okay, that's clear.
Nice work. What status on other?
So I guess one beast at a time.
Yep, light him up, light him up.
Oh wow, US has pushed out a full squad in the open. Did not see that coming at all. I don't think the INS did either.
Enemy back down. God damn it, the medic died.
Yeah,
where are they?
Alright, looks like they're falling back.
Shadowed, I'm pulling my people
They
back.
did what they came to do, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull back with you. I
They're
don't
probably
wanna
swinging
focus
around
on-
to the north and
Copy.
help support this position up here now. Hear the MRAPs. Sounds like maneuvering around to the north.
I died.
Quiet, but so don't commit to north right now.
I'm crossing north.
Copy, go. You need to get up to that compound and secure it.
Copy.
Alright, I'm gonna cross.
Copy.
Looks like Shadow's KA. Keys you up?
At the river?
Yep, I'm up for now.
Alright, we're gonna try and come assist you there at that compound. Alright, we're gonna try and get to that compound near Keys, and one fire team's gonna go and move into Keys' compound and assist him there.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is the remainder of the INS forces right here.
Keep by
MRAP,
south.
what's up?
Yep.
What kind of health you got?
Almost positive they're looking at us from those bunkers.
Pretty much full.
Maybe he forgot something at home. I guess he's out of here.
Okay, I see it.
Pretty much surrounded. They're on one side and the other.
They're gonna. Oh shit. They're trying to.
Trying to use the
techies.
defenses of this compound.
Wow.
Yeah, try to use the defenses of the compound.
INS is just getting picked off one at a time. Somebody's a really good shot up there in the US side.
Oh Jesus, Rain, am I gonna die?
I'm not seeing that much in this compound here, Bunny.
You can't be fucking serious.
Yes, Delta, we are serious. I think you're the last remaining INS.
Alpha, I want you to. Actually, shit. XF's from Bravo. XF, we're gonna reform the fire.
Okay. XF, Uni, stay there. Rate and Jenkins go reinforce Keys, and then the rest of us are gonna go try and flank that that VCP again. Copy.
Copy, Roger.
Confirmed. Yeah, this building's all clear.
Alright, we'll just hold security here then, XF.
Copy.
Okay, can you guys see?
Go full pony.
Copy.
The
I think
MRAP
he's coming,
is
coming towards that.
copy. MRAP's still alive, so it looks like Gulf 4 is safe for now.
Copy.
Oh shit! I should really go get help from Keys' medic. So Iron and yeah, I'm gonna go get healed. I don't want to die like a stupid idiot.
You just want us to hold here, wait for you?
Yeah, hold there.
Looks like Han read the VCP.
Yeah, I watched him
sure.
walk over there.
Not sure. INS is doing
I
there,
can see
but
him.
peeking in on the US cameras that we have remaining and see what their thoughts are.
No problem.
There we go. Oh, that's.
Is Shadow dead? Oh,
yeah, Shadow died.
All good.
I think we're doing pretty
When
well.
did he die? I think we are as well. We have like full squad.
I think they're almost
More
dead.
than that.
Yeah, pretty
Or
much.
regrouping.
We've held pretty strong. That's why I sent the
Yeah.
the MRAP out there just in case they're fucking gonna go push that. Oh, never mind.
Oh, I heard the little piece of 50. That was it.
Well, the INS ran into an MRAP sitting on the road. All right, guys, round two. Always an interesting operation, how it starts and how it ends. So it's a pretty exciting round.
I don't know what you're trying to do there, Silver.
You can see that
that was
not all the time the INS wins, and sometimes the US does. So always a fun one. We're gonna try to get the commands in here, and maybe a couple of people that were part of the operation get their feedback and see how they felt the operation went. Once again, those just joining in, wondering what the hell's going on, this is Squad Ops. We're a community that run One Life events. We're also working on a mod to make Squad a little bit more hardcore. So check us out at squadops.gg. We run events, these One Life events, on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So be sure to join our Discord, ask questions about, if you got questions about how we do it, or what's going on with the mod. How to become a part of the events, be one of the boots on the ground. So go ahead and check us out at squadops.gg and join the Discord. Yeah, I think the first time we ran this Operation Echo, Karmakut took one or two V bids right into a compound, and I was unfortunately the squad defending that compound, squad leader, and he basically trashed us with some V bids. So that was a pretty good opening blow for this operation. So haven't seen much of that lately. It's been more of a methodical approach from the INS, just overwhelm and pushing slowly. You can see that they use the IEDs this time on the outside the compound to get guys inside, so that works. So working on getting some people in here to talk about the operation, how they felt about it. If you got any questions about Squad Ops, go ahead and just type them up in your chat. I'll watch it, try to answer it as best I can. So we're joined by Shadow Ritual. How's it going, Shadow?
Hey, it's going pretty well.
So Stampede, always an interesting operation, no matter if you're the US or the INS. So how do you feel that this operation worked out for you?
This is one of my favorite ops. Just everybody has to have, every time I make a plan, everybody has their own part, and you all have to sort of do your part and hope it matches up with everybody's in the end. Like the first round, I felt we were just a little behind our already landing and making it as effective as it could have been, and things like that. And we did well. I think we were 1-1, so it was a lot of fun this round.
Yeah, it's kind of used to be a one-sided affair. It's not so much anymore. It's pretty close, and it turns out different every time. A little excitement on both sides. You could be that lone U.S. squad that gets overwhelmed by 40 other players on the INS team, and that's the end of your round. But it's for that 5 minutes of survival. It's intense. So we got Demind in here. He was the command on the other side. So Demind, what is this? Your second time commanding?
Third. Yep.
Third. All right. Well, this is Stampede's an interesting one to come out on as far as commanders. So, how did you feel that you did your team did this these couple rounds?
Well, the first run I definitely did not expect to win. Yeah, I think it was just the right things happened in the right moments at the end there, which kind of pulled it off for us. But it was a really close game, and then the second one didn't really go as well as we planned. But it happens on this op especially. I think definitely going from 4 pops to 3 is definitely a big game changer. Just because you gotta manage your assets well, but with 3 it's a bit easier to manage a bit. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's one of the things about our operations. We're always kind of tuning them to make them either more intense or more fun or whatever the need be. And we also got SK Klein in here, right? We got Klein in here.
Correct. Yep.
How's it going?
Not too bad.
I like to bring in some of the guys that were boots on the ground, get their perspective too. Have you done Stampede before? Or is this your first time?
No, I did do it before with the 4 fobs. So
okay.
That was interesting.
So what's your take on this operation?
It's It's one of the more fast-paced, that's for sure.
Yeah.
A little bit more hectic after that first initial setup. But yeah, I agree with what Demine said. Cutting it down to 3 fobs definitely helped. It took away some of the stress of having to keep pushing down the line from both sides, actually. But yeah, it's one of the better ones.
Yeah, you had a little bit of a duel with the Adishka techie there in round 1. I was watching you guys. You were taking a little single shots at the techie, you and your guys there. That was XF on the Dishka techie across the river that was pinning you guys in that compound. Well, you guys got any kind of final thoughts for the operation tonight? Any outstanding moments?
I thought the ending of that first round was pretty exciting. It broke down pretty nicely and created a little dramatic finish.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I remember when we first ran this off, it was a one-sided affair. The INS got swept every time they couldn't get to the second fob, and so far we've run this about four times now, 5 times, and it looks like it's starting to come out to where the INS is now the team with the advantage, and the US is often having to go into village to clear them out. So it's good to see the tables turn on that. Everybody kind of gets used to the operation and how to apply different tactics to overcome the obstacles they got in front of them. Well, any closing thoughts from any of the special guests tonight?
Watch the combat spacing.
Yeah, right. It's funny to watch the grenades go over the wall on both sides, right? The US is tossing them outside and the INS is tossing them in. Yeah, Net Stalker, it was live. We're closing up. If you guys just are catching us at tail end, check it out on Twitch. The video is going to be posted up right as soon as we close off the stream tonight. Go back and watch it. It was pretty exciting. Well, that's going to be it for us tonight here at Squad Ops. So it's Operation Stampede. Check us out on Wednesday. We're going to be running Operation Arrowhead. And then on Saturday will be a new operation for the month of December, I think. It's not posted yet, but it'll be coming up on the calendar. So watch the calendar if you're interested in joining that. And once again, thanks for watching, and thanks out to Penn, the guy behind the camera here. He's got the powerhouse technology that gives you guys this awesome viewing experience. And I'd like to thank all the cameras tonight, the guys who streamed to the master computer Penn runs, and all the participants. Thanks for coming out and making the Operation Stampede tonight an awesome event. So this is Squad Ops signing off for the night.